Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Dakar City. So I'm recording this one straight after the last. I should have it a day after the kind of bridge one. Basically, lots and lots was kind of added, but yeah, pretty cool. So the intro section was the same as the last episode as well. Before you do mention, but it's mainly because it shows off both kind of parts from the waterway over there into the kind of the new skyscraper type building I have here, which is more of a kind of modular design. And I'm actually going to show you guys where I kind of modified this from. It's quite interesting. But yeah, what have I done to the actual hospital? Nothing on the actual building. But I've added this kind of front section, which looks kind of cool. Kind of got some water, well, not waterfalls, fountains. That's the one I'm looking for. That's the word. So I've got some fountains, and what I've done is I've had them at different heights. I did have loads of these little bridges, and I've only got 2 of them on each side now. I had like 4. It looked really clustered. The water just by itself looks better, but what I've done is I've got them going up in height. So this one goes to there. This one is actually the same as the next one, and then the next one is higher. And then I got the next one that's also higher. So this one's really low, and then the rest are in 2s. It just adds a little bit of variation. So when you're like here, it kind of looks like they're the same height, kind of. I don't know, like here. Maybe? I don't know. I'm not really too sure. New glowstone texture as well. So that's, what is it, 89 1? Can't remember. Something like that. 89:1. I think if you download the pack at the minute, it's got that, but when I do a next kind of big update, I'll go through those. So I got a new one of those for that. Obviously put a couple more kind of flower box type things in here. Didn't really do much with this part. I talked about the bridge and the connecting in and the kind of why on that. I also tried some like shading type pattern. I'm not too sure about it. I'm not too sure yet. I want you guys to tell me what you think. But what I do have, obviously, if you didn't already notice, this bloody huge apartment office building type thing. And I've started doing an interior. Or I've done one of the apartments and I've copied it up. I am planning on doing all of them. I've laid out how big they're going to be. And I've started one of them. And there's some very, very cool ideas. Oh, look, popcorn. Uh-huh. I'll tell you where to get that anyway. But you can get popcorn in default. If you're on 1.7 and higher, I think it is. So yeah, I got onto this building. And I'll kind of tell you how I kind of played with an idea. And I'll just switch over. And when I was doing the world tour of a modern city, what I found is with skyscrapers and things like that, they always are the same. I mean, seriously, like there's only so many designs you can actually come up with. Just gonna change the light time. Oh, it is changed. Oh, I don't have permission. Oh, what the hell? Okay, screw it. If it goes dark, it goes dark. Oh, I think it's frozen. It is, yeah. So skyscrapers, there's not really too much variation really with them. This one's a bit weird. But I saw this one. And there's not really too much to it. But there's one thing I really liked on one of the sides. There we go. This side here. Actually, not even that side. Maybe it was that side. Or is this side? One of these sides, anyway. What I liked was the 3 colours. That was a really good thing. But I liked this beam being here, but being one back. And having one back even further, and that left 3 blocks. But then I didn't like the corner piece. There was a lot that I didn't like about it, but what I liked was this basic idea. And so I kind of took inspiration from that. I was like, oh, that's really cool. I want to build a building that has like this block beam here that goes back by one, and then having that thing there. So what I did, and you'll see, it's so different now. It's really different completely, really, isn't it? I mean, one, it's about 20 times bigger, as most of my stuff is. But if we find a nice little section, here we go. So if you find a section here, we've got the main block. Well, actually, this block counts as it. I just put in some other stuff. Then we've got this as the beam. We've got the light grey as the beam. Then we've got the blue wall here, and then we've got a window, and then another one. So it's kind of, it's like taking inspiration from that, and then I just made it mine. There's the bits that, like, improvements that I like to do, like using my quartz pillar, for example, putting that in there. It just broke it up instead of having it like this. And that just, to me, looked a bit too big. I tried doing stuff like this where I just cut it out. which would work as well if you just cut out those little sections. That also looks pretty cool. But I wanted to have a little bit more white, so that where we've got this light grey wool, it kind of gets continued on with the white. It was just to add a little bit of variation. I think it worked. Just want to look up at it like that. But the shape is modular, so I put it together in about 25 minutes. About then, yeah, I think about 25 minutes to actually build this. So that's the good thing about modular design. If you got like World Edit or MC Edit, you can put something together. This one took me hours, 6 hours, probably about 6 to 8 hours for that one. 25 minutes for this one. You can kind of tell though, shape-wise, this one is much more elaborate and has a lot more depth with it. But this one has, still got some, but it's very boxy, very square, very standard skyscraper really. You can see this corner piece as well. I just diagonaled that. So we go down to here. You can see there's a section of 3, and then it kind of goes diagonal. I had to kind of mess around with that and then have the pole going up. But yeah, that's one way that you can actually do stuff really nicely. And we're just going to go inside. There is also a ridiculously cool car park as we had to fly through. And that was actually courtesy of HMAS Lightning, who sent me a picture. And I'll actually show you the picture that like we were talking about stuff, and he's building a city on the same map, this map. Not my map, but he downloaded the blank map. And has been playing around, which is really cool. So if we just fly up here, and I went with that design when I saw the Modern City thing, and I had the open, they had the open elevator. I really liked it, so I went all the way up, and you can see how many floors there is. Now I've only got one room. Actually, it didn't really matter which one we go on to, was it? No, it's not this one. But I've got all the lighting in the corridors. Actually, I need to show you that as well, and also stairway. Got stairs around the back of it, so I've got 2 elevators. One of them's constantly closed, and the other one's open so you can fly up. I was tempted to put in command blocks, and what I was thinking, if I do put in the command blocks, what I'll do is, because I'm not using this elevator shaft at all, I can actually just put in the command box behind this, so you press a button and it goes to it. If you guys are thinking about doing that kind of command block, move yourself up like 10 blocks or whatever it is, there's something like that, you just move yourself up, so that you go to here and you'd have a floor in or something, and then you warp through it basically. It's quite cool. But you can do that, so if you are thinking about that, use that idea, close off one elevator for the entire building, and then only have one open, and then you've got this entire room to actually put in command blocks, because you don't need both, obviously. But then I've got this double back staircase as well, so it's literally just, I figured out exactly where it was going to go to the top, and then when I copy and pasted it, it just doubled back around itself. So I'd already figured it out. I did have a couple problems here though. I did mess up a little bit. All I need to do is push this one back. So when I did it on the roof of one of them, I actually miscalculated and put it forwards by 1. But anyway, let's find that room. So it's not that one. I think it's this one. Yes, it's this one. So this is a little apartment. I'm not great at interiors with modern. That should give you an idea. And oops, that water has melted. So the first thing you got is a nice little weird, like almost Asian style, like coat rack. This is actually to have heads in, so I can actually do this for the time being. It's not supposed to be there. There we go. Yeah, you probably think I'm a mass murderer now that I've just got a load of heads there. Bathroom, change the floor, because I've got 2 blocks, and I've got some coloured glass there, and oh, this is one of the copied ones. Oh, that's going to suck. I forgot to copy the water, so I'm not on the bottom one, but there should be water in here. Got a lever as a tap, and I've got the shower head is actually a tripwire hook. Pretty simple. A small little sink here, and I think that's supposed to have water in it as well. And some weird little things here. This toilet, it's quite widely used now, but that's pretty standard to be honest. This is supposed to be a fish tank. Didn't quite work there. We can go in the bedroom. Yep, so we'll go in the bedroom. It's pretty standard, it's normal. Kind of got these like little wardrobe type things. I'll probably do a biome specific door. 4 wardrobes, maybe. Yeah, I think maybe. But then, what have I got here? Oh, I've got a clock. Got a clone trooper head, and I've got a speaker. I think that was supposed to be a speaker. And what these are heads. These are actually people's heads. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Oops. Whoops. Did I knock anything else out there? No, it's fine. But yeah, they're actually custom heads, so you can actually use them for stuff like that. And it really works. But yeah, really basic. Same here. Computer screen, which is another head. Now we've got a hamburger, which is a head. A couple of plates of food, which are my text pack ones. We've got a cake here. We've got a can. We've got an apple. Basic kind of kitchen style thing here. A couple of those. I really like the burger. That's really nice, actually. I'm going to use that whenever I make it like a fast food place. There's loads of those. My favourite one is the popcorn one. So I've got this like TV here. Nice big couch. And some popcorn. Yeah, that'd be awesome. And obviously a nice view actually of the hospital, and this corner I really like, especially when you go up, except for this big pillar in the way. That kind of blocks sight a little bit. But yeah, that's quite cool. And this table, this was a different idea, using carpet. So I basically just got a block in the middle, like of wool, put some wool on the top, and I don't know, it looks kind of modernish. It's different. I just only had a little bit of limited space, so I just went with this instead. And it's a bit creepy because you sat right next to the person. How's your day? Num 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 num. Whereas if you were just looking next to them, it's not too bad. I don't know. A little bit weird. But how do you get these heads? Well, if we go to this page, and this will be in the description, this is a huge database. Massive. Basically, you can get in like these player heads. You can either do a command block. We can also do basically give yourself the item. And these are the ones that will never change. These are actually by Mojang. These are Mojang permanent accounts. So you've got like an apple, cake, melon, pumpkin, oak log, all of those type of things. I mean, there's loads. And there's even these arrows, which is awesome. You have to be on at least 1.7 and above. But then you've also got all these other ones, and he's made so many. So these are people's heads. So basically, it's a person's head without the actual armor bit. So look here, you got a cup of coffee. With the armor piece, he's actually got a face. So there's all of those. There's like apples. There's the burgers, bacon strips, tacos, chocolate block, white chocolate block. What's it called? Oreo sandwich. All right, Oreo biscuit. You know, look at all this stuff. Loads, cans and Nutella and Vegemite and tomato, pancakes with syrup. Oh, that'd be nice. And then there's even household ones. Like, there's everything. This database is pretty good. The thing is that if somebody changed their head, so if you did put in one of these, then it kind of changes. You know, like if you like Flab and Baggin, which I've actually got, it's the can of beans one. If you change the skin, it'll change in my world. So I'll just find the code quickly and show you an example of this. Okay, so here I am. So the command, oh, that was a bit weird, is, whoops, I don't want to do that. Basically this, what I'll do is I'll put in the description this exact one. But you basically do give, and then username is going to be yourself or another player. If you wanted to give another player it, so you got Lord Daka, that's a skull. Then the skull owner is who do you want to actually have the face of. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spawn in Jag Thunder's head. So Jag Thunder 1. That'll give me Jag's head. And then when you put it down, take a little while. No? Maybe it's not Jag Thunder 1 then. Maybe it's just Jag Thunder. I should know this. There we go. There's Jag's head. There we go, Jag. I'll put you on the wall there. Maybe you can go down here. Oh, you can be in the fish. There you go. There you go. So I've got his head there. So you can basically just do that with any of those, and just the actual skull owner part. You know, if you wanted Notch, you got Notch. There's Notch's head. Don't want that. Don't want that at the minute. So all I basically do is say if we want these pancakes, we'll just go into here. Go there. I've just copy and pasted that, so all I need to do is just Control V, and there you go. Let's put some pancakes down. Yeah, well, it's a shame we can't put them on these, isn't it? Where can we put some pancakes? We'll have some. Well, this one doesn't need a burger. It's got pancakes instead. Oh, look at that! Nom nom nom. So yeah, you can basically just do that, and it'll just give you like these. The only problem is you can't pick them up afterwards. So if I, for example, middle click on this, it's just a normal head. And that's it. What you can do though, if you have got the world edit type thing, if I'm just going to make mine, here we go, like that. And this is something that you should be careful of as well. when you click on it, it'll turn back to a normal skull. But now if you, I don't know, you can put down a head, you can put down anything, but now you can put it down and change it. And it'll keep the direction the other one, the original one was in. So yeah, keep that in mind as well. So you can kind of do it that way. But you can't change direction then. Whereas if you do it the other way, you know, you got it on all these different directions, which is quite cool. So yeah, that's one of the really, really good things. And I advise using that for interiors if you're on PC, obviously. The Popcorn one is pretty amazing, wherever it is. We've got all of that stuff. There's even like household, yeah, the decorations. There's loads of these little things here. Toilet paper. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even know there was one, so I've got to add this in. Got to add in some toilet paper. So there we go. Got some of this. Hopefully it's still there. Yeah, it is. Cool. So we're going to not there, and we're going to here, and there we go. Some toilet paper for you. Yeah. How's that for detail? Obviously, if he changes his head, which he might not want to be have toilet paper for his head for the rest of his life, but then again, he has got a normal mask. Toilet paper 1. Oh, it's an upstanding one, is it? Alright, so there's all this like weird stuff, like parcels and packages. So if you have, for example, a post office, you can have all these little ones. Really cool, really good idea. Presents, awesome. Snowman, a bit creepy. Mini blocks as well, you know, got like sugarcane and cobblestone. These are on the default texture pack, obviously. But you can see there's rather a lot. Including the missing block texture. Mobs and animals, you know, you got these like Wraith, Yellow Creeper, everything, all these different types of sheeps and walrus. Bit weird, but okay, why not? Wow, look at that name, Walrus. Only as a walrus, that's pretty good. Characters. Now, this would be quite useful for quite simple, you know, little things. There you go, you got like Yoshi and Luigi and Mario. Why would that be good? Well, quite simply because if you were making like a shop, like a game shop or something, costume shop, you can use these as like costume heads. And, by the way, you can obviously put them on. So which one have I got in my hand at the minute? Okay, so I've got the toilet paper on. If I put this on my head, now I have toilet paper on my head. I've still got my hat, which is quite cool. But yeah, so you can do that kind of stuff. So, I don't know, maybe I want to be Jag for a second. I'll do the whole Jag Thunder. Yeah. So I'm going to put this on. Now I've got Jag's face. Just for a little bit. I might do that to just creep him out sometime when we're going next, but you can't really see his eyes. But you can do stuff like that. So, yeah, you could actually have a shop where you could basically buy these or whatever. What's that, Charmander? Did I just see Charmander? I did see Charmander. Awesome. Yeah, then you've got coloured blocks as well. You could use those for like lamps or something. Miscellaneous items, that just goes on forever. Pokeball. Pretty awesome, to be honest. So there's a lot of those constantly being updated. This guy's actually keeping it really, really well. Some of the ones I've seen before have just basically all the heads have changed. But if you're worried about that, go with the MHF ones. These ones will never change. Literally, Mojang bought their own accounts and won't ever change those skins, so you can use them for like chicken and squid and pig and ocelot and slime and all that kind of stuff and all these arrows. So those ones will never be broken, basically, and you got like apples and stuff, so you can make it like an apple tree. But anyway, let's go on to the next bit. So we're going to be having a look at my underground car park. So I was talking with HMAS Lightning, who's been a subscriber for quite a while now, and he's been building it on the same island, as you can see. He's got his own road, he's got his own cool thing here. Very different style. What I was kind of really surprised about, and he just kind of sent me this to have a look at, and I was like, oh, that's pretty awesome. Love the bridge type thing. I was like, whoa, is that an underground car park? And it was an underground car park that looks out at the bay. I was like, that is awesome. So I asked him if it was cool if I could, almost like bring inspiration from him as long as I can credit him. And he was like, yeah, that's cool. So here's his picture. This obviously belongs to him. This is his. So I kind of took my own take on it. And, oh, good God, I've still got Jag's head on. Never thought I'd say that. Yeah, let's get out of here. If I go and show you what I've done with my car park. My God, it's really fun jumping down from these, by the way. Especially if you put a couple of objects you have to dodge. So you basically do your own dropper in your own buildings. But you can see the difference that it's made, actually, that apartment. This one's all empty, it looks empty. This one, it adds a little bit more detail to it, I love it. So what I did, I had a little ramp going down here, and also a walkway as well. And I've obviously, on the back part here, I'm not too sure what I'm going to put yet. I might put like a burger van, I might try and make a burger van and have some like seats, like, or something, or I might have a little shop, or a tiny restaurant, or maybe an American style diner, you know. I don't know, something that looks a little bit smaller but fits in. So I've got the ramp going down. It is actually a one-way system, but I haven't been able to tell the people that it's a one-way. So obviously you've got this road here, which is at the end. You have to turn around, you could then go down here. Go down into here, and you go down into the darkness. And I wanted it to be quite dark. And then you can see there's another ramp going up that way, which we went through in the fly-through. Got a couple of Jags cars. Actually put in my Humvee. Because why not? Doesn't look really right with the doors though. So I was actually tempted to take these off and just put in windows. And I'm actually doing it now instead because it just bugged me then. That's weird. Right, there we go. You can see my old style. I didn't actually have the raised bits, but anyway, got a couple of like cars and things down here just to make it look like it's been used. So yeah, then I tried out the kind of thing like HMAS Lightning actually said. Or not said, but did, with the kind of overview. This is my kind of take on it. This is my kind of style of it. And I was like, wouldn't it be cool, actually, if with this taxi boat, because I built that bit a little while ago, what if I had like a little taxi boat dock? And I think this worked really nicely, because then you had the car park. So you could actually park up, and then go on a tour, like a river tour. And there will be, eventually, as you can see, there will be a bridge going across the other side of the river as well. So actually on an island for this bit. But I think this worked really nicely. Kind of ties up with the canals as well. And it also kind of just works in general. It kind of made this a little bit more functional, having it open. So I basically put in bus stops, to be honest. These are bus stops. Especially not with that bus stop sign, God. I'll make in my text pack some sort of other sign, which is like a waterway, water one. I don't know, but yeah, I'll do something like that. But I think this is really a cool idea, because then when it rains, you can actually kind of. Did my head go weird? No, it didn't. So when it actually rains, right, people can be waiting here and actually get onto the taxi boat. Pretty cool idea, and it's an alternate way of transport as well. It's a nice different way. So I've just got this here. Pretty basic underneath the ground. Now, one thing I didn't really like about it is I didn't put enough supports in. That's a really big building. It's just kind of on a little bit of a roof, so I think I probably need to put some supports in somewhere. The problem is that's all offset with this thing, so I don't know. I might leave it. I might be lazy. But again, you got a nice little walkway up here, and then obviously you get out your car, and then you can go around here. And then you got an entrance. So obviously this side is bigger because it doesn't have a walkway type thing. Whereas that one took up loads. So there's that. So thank you very much to HMAS Lightning for kind of showing me that idea. And I was like, that's cool. I've got to do something like that. But the only other thing I've already done... actually, I've created this section. Going to be building a building in here. I was looking at building a stadium. It won't fit in here. Not the size I want to go for. I could make one in there, but it'd be too small. I'm going to have a stadium, like a... I don't really follow football, but I'm going to do like a football rugby one, something like that, you know. And not soccer. No, football. You know, like the rest of the world says. Yes, America. But yeah, the other thing, this walkway. I don't know if I've gone over this before. Nice little walkway that goes underneath the actual main road. That just kind of worked out really nicely on this section here as well. Don't know, it just looked quite cool. I was tempted to do the skylight like that's one of the cities, High Ross Ferry I was looking at for inspiration. But no, I wasn't too keen on it. There you go, plane. See how cool that is? How much better does that look now that you've got a tiny little plane in there? Yeah. So I'm just going to put that in as a kind of walkway. Now, this was a little bit of a nightmare, and I have to move my sewers. And I'll show you why. If I find the middle, I think it's about here. Okay, I'm gonna have to... I'll go down into the sewers, it'll be easier. Unless I already moved the sewers, I can't remember. It's been a while since I've gone to this little part in, like, particular. So we go, let's go into the sewers. Oh, it's dark in here. Wow, actually it should be dark. There we go. I need to move it down by 1 block. I need to move the sewers down by 1 block because you can see the passageway in here. These have gone really creepy now, haven't they? God. God, it's horrible down here. I kind of like it, though. But I think it's because of this bridge, actually. It was light at some point. But this bridge, yeah, so the sewers empty out onto this, like, bridge here. Really nice, that is. And this goes all the way through the actual island as well. Adds a little bit more character. So, where's an exit? We need to find I need to find a ladder. There we go. Got a ladder. Oh, that's the one I used. Excellent. Cool. So, yeah. Stuff like that's cool. So I need to move the sewers down just by 1 block. That shouldn't be too hard. I'll just weld edit it and fill up the rest or something. But the only other thing I did... Obviously, that infrastructure bridge change. Last episode I went over that. Added another way to get onto here. It didn't make sense to just have it on this road to connect into this part, so I made another one here so you can actually turn off. And again, driving on the left, if I can go over here, you would turn off down this road, which is quite nice. And obviously if you're going in, you go over here and turn off here. And I've used that new box texture type thing I've done. And I've also put that in there. I don't know if I said that last episode or not. But that's pretty much it. Modular design. I'm probably going to do a tutorial on the modular design for this. I also need to change a couple bits. I think I'm going to cut it up into 3 sections. And this big section I've got here, put that down to here. The middle box section, have that lower, and then have another box type thing which has got this kind of in and out bit for the top part, and then I need to cap it off somehow. I'm going to work on the actual interior as well. I want to get this one done fully on an interior, which sounds kind of nuts. But to finish the episode, it's time to make the jump. So it's pretty awesome that I can actually talk while flying. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. The next one is going to be on some sort of train system. I've also got a couple of little bits to do as well around the place, and put in another building here. But thank you very much for watching. Send me any ideas that you actually have. And I will see you on the next one.